Boy, do we have a show for you today. We got Mixi from Stitched Apart going to be joining me here shortly. Her and I go back to 2015 with our first ever interview together. So stick right here. She's going to have a lot to say with new music and a lot going on with the band right here on the Better Listen Up with Evan J. Thomas show. What's up, everybody? Evan J. Thomas here with Better Listen Up with Evan J. Thomas Show, and also Sound Fury Magazine. And I got Mixi with me, Stitched Apart. And as I said in our little intro, we go back to 2015 for our first interview, 11 years ago.
What is time?
You look nothing like you did then. Well, I mean, you
uh,
do, but
I've evolved into
you
my
have
my
evolved. I've
true
evolved.
self.
We both
My
moved, gotten older and better in just doing on what we're doing. But holy
wiser.
cow,
We like to say wiser.
definitely wiser. So since I first met you guys in 2015, you had different members of the band at the time. But your music to me was definitely different from where it's going now. So you have Glitch Bitch that's been out. You have the new song with Heidi from Butcher Babies, which is out, Cannibal, which actually I played on my radio show today. How is that progression of the band and the music gone for you just creatively?
It's been a whirlwind, actually. So we're playing a headliner today, and we play some of our old songs in that, like that we wrote, the very first songs we ever wrote, and
Mhm.
the difference in how we wrote back then. I mean, there's still the screaming, there's still the like kind of hooky choruses, and the message is similar, but like you can tell there's a lot more layers to things now, and there's a lot more. It's evolved. It was more stripped down, and there's nothing bad about it. It's just you can definitely tell a difference when you're playing an old song versus one of the new ones, and um, but I think. I want to think we've gotten better.
Yeah, that's
you
that's
know,
kind of where I was going with this. So when you see the crowd now, kind of progress with you, how do you see them reacting to the new music compared to the old?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. We've got, well, the old music was, 2010, and these kids that listened to it in 2010 are now, they have kids. so, so it's like they're all nostalgia coring, and we're like, I mean, I feel dated on that, but who cares? Nostalgia coring, and then their kids are now coming to the show. So it's, I don't know, it's kind of cool to see the evolution for sure. And the amount of people, slow progression, I might add, but I don't value whether or not how many people come to our shows values me as a human being, but um it is cool to see people that have stuck it out with us for the very beginning. Like tonight's going to be, like I said, it's one of the few. We just got off tour with Sebastian Bach, and it's a headliner. So most of the people here know who we are, and we're not used to that. Most of the times we're in bigger shows with way cooler people and lots of people. So uh, it'll be nice to hear people singing the words, and people that actually, we haven't played this venue tonight in 12 years either. So Tulsa, Oklahoma. And it's a lot of really cool people here that I haven't seen in a long time, and I'm really excited.
That's awesome. And you, like you said, you're just getting off tour with Sebastian Bach. So how is that dynamic been between his music and what like you guys have? Because obviously it's his early stuff is fairly different from what you guys play. So how has that kind of worked out?
Well, I mean, Skid Row and stuff, all that stuff was like rebellious back then. So it's like the metal. So if they can't handle it, like they were the ones where their kids were like, don't listen to that devil music. Like,
Yep.
but so now we're the ones, but whatever. But I think it's definitely not, we had to take out a few mosh pit songs. I'll say that. But surprisingly, it was a pretty good response. When you're playing with acts like that, where these they're living out their childhood dreams of their crush and all that stuff, and they're seeing this man that they're in love with all these years, and I'm here just wasting their 30 minutes. But I see some of them turn around. There's always one that's like, get out of here, my man's on next. But
Yeah.
there are some that uh do like us. And those are the people we're playing for. There was a pretty good, you could see the crowd change throughout the set, like from what is this? What is that? And then,
Mhm.
start moving and grooving with us throughout the set. So it was cool.
Yeah, it's definitely probably hard to break into the legacy act fan base to kinda get, especially when you're a bit different in terms of style. Obviously, both bands are flair on stage and just music-wise, but obviously different in terms of sound. So, that's kinda how I see it. You see a lot of these legacy bands, they boo the hell out of the opener, so it's kinda like, "Get the fuck off the stage, we just want, Sebastian on there." So, have you had
We're not there for the booers. We didn't get booed that I could hear. I had in ears in, so I don't know if they
get a
did.
lot of
But
guys with gray beards doing this move, just kinda staying there?
there was. I really, his fans are really cool. Like for the most part, they were all very respectful and kind and responsive for the most part. But I don't focus on the bad ones.
Good.
Focus on the good ones. Focus on the ones that like you, because you're gonna get a couple of them at least out of there.
Exactly. And how did you have any interactions with Sebastian while on tour? Like, how were if you did, how was it? What kind of reaction?
We were just talking about how he's such a legend, and you're scared. Before the tour we didn't know him, and so we were a little nervous to meet him because we didn't know if
Bet.
he was going to be like nice, like um and day one, like he went up to our set right before I watched the whole set. He's hilarious. He loves when we're side stage, so he's always like show it, like coming side stage and pointing it out. And it was all I was hoping he would ever be. I feel like we didn't spend a lot of time hanging out because it was it's on the road. We're tired and everything. So uh, we had a couple times where we got to connect, and he's just a really cool, inspiring human being. And the whole group, the whole band, very attractive men, um, very cool people. The crew, all of them were awesome, and I'm still like kind of I definitely cried the last show listening to I Remember You.
Aw.
I was feeling the feels on that one. I mean, I felt the feels on that one the first show because you're like, oh my god, I remember you. Oh my god. And then you're singing Youth Gone Wild on stage with them, and it's one of those moments, and you're just like,
Wow. That's
how am
awesome.
I doing this? This is and like he wanted us to be up there. It wasn't like we were like paying to be up there or something. Like that's cool. He like it's like a nod, like street cred.
And you're gonna be taking a few weeks off before you hit the road again, and the
Hmm.
next tour is gonna be with Infected Rain, who you've toured with before. So, how is that looking? Because some of the venues that I'm seeing you guys are playing, I mean, you basically have a full month again on the road. You're gonna be hitting Joliet, which is probably the show I'm gonna be at, unless it's, somewhere else. There's nowhere else that's close on the list here that I see here. So, what are you looking forward to that tour? Because again, two powerful lead women being in charge of the band on stage. Like, what are you expecting out of that?
So that's just kind of like a girl rock tour. I feel like we're actually just gonna bring a bunch of girlfriends on the tour just to have fun. I'm just bringing my emotional support friends with me. I think we're just like inviting a whole bunch of girls that we know and like, hey, you want to just come up and sing a song or come up and do something, and just making it fun. But it's gonna be smaller venues. You're gonna have clubs and stuff, but I do feel like our our band or our fans will cross over really well with the screaming female rage element.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think it'll be pretty chill, and it just I hope people come out mosh.
And when you're on the road, so you've been doing this obviously since 2011, 2010, basically. You've been on the road. Do you get that, you know, downfall after tour where you kind of like, damn it, I wish I was back on the road again? Are you just happy to be home, or is it kind of a little of both? Because make it go through our heads on like what you kind of go through after tour is over.
Well, it's the last show of the tour. We've been out for 5 weeks. You can hear it. It sounds like I ate a chainsaw. I cannot wait to see my pets. It's bittersweet. It's I know I'm going to see him in a couple weeks, so I have something to look forward to. So the next couple weeks, I'm definitely going to like really recharge my social battery and just kind of go inside and then come out recharged and fresh for the next one. Um, so it does take a toll on you physically. So I really need downtime when I get home, and I miss my pets more than anything. That's the hardest thing for me is just leaving my animals at home. And I don't know if I don't have anything lined up, like, if I don't have something to do later, then I feel like I'm free falling and I don't have a tour or something like a scheduled
Coming up.
studio session. We're working on the record or something in the plans, then I don't know. Then I'm depressed. If I'm home too long, I'm depressed. So, I do like switching it up a bit, you know? I can't do the mundane everyday routine thing or I would be so
So
bored. I couldn't do it, physically couldn't. So, it's nice to switch it up, change it up a little.
just kind of change it up. And when you're on the road, I've experienced as being a driver, your diet sucks half the time. How do
Yes.
you find that balance to trying to be healthy on the road to just being like, fuck it, I'm out. Let's just do one night or whatever you do. Like, how do you balance that?
Well, I'm doing the vegetarian thing again lately, so
Okay.
that's been a challenge. Even just trying to be vegetarian at home. There's meat and everything. Like, it's impossible. Um, we do lemon ginger shots. And the vegetarian thing isn't it's just I just feel like these animals are souls too, like us. And I look at my cats like I like them more than people. We don't like seeing dogs get
Yeah.
killed and animals get killed in movies, but I don't know, trying to stay healthy is pretty challenging. I do partake in a lot of Monster Energy on tour. It keeps me going, honestly, because there's times that I just can't. Like I'm taking naps before we hit the stage, and I have to chug a monster to get up there and go. Um, so when I get home, it's gonna be purely probably as raw vegan as I could go. I don't even want cheese. I just want to cleanse everything and try to just get all of the toxins and everything out that I've been putting in my body for this last month.
Yeah. Trying to detox, just eating wise and healthy wise is definitely a challenge. And that is a blatant sponsor opportunity for Monster for, you know,
Oh
Stitch the
yeah, they know.
Turtle.
They
Yeah,
know.
she wants that. So if you're not already on her radar, be on her radar because that's what she's looking for. She wants some monster drinks. When you're out there ready to, because obviously with all your makeup and everything, is there like a
What
time
makeup?
you have some makeup on? Just a little bit. I mean, so do I. What are you talking about? You
I woke up like this.
got
Just kidding.
how long does it take you to get ready?
Honestly, this took forever. But it's turned into so this doesn't I don't do this at home. It turned into like almost like a arts and crafts hand painting project this tour. I didn't it just started one day with a palette that I had and I was playing with it. I was like, make it look like outer space. And then it turned into this.
I like it. I like the red because I've never seen you look like this with that
Oh
color.
yeah, I've been changing it. I did like a little orange, pink, purple, blue, and then I add a ton of glitter. And then it's a pain in the butt to get off, but I just been finger painting. It's just like a little creative, I don't know. It's kind of like in my routine now.
Gotcha. So the routine's there. Obviously, you have that every show. Do you get your rest while on the road?
Yes. I have to take like a sleeping pill to fall asleep though, because otherwise, yeah. The first couple of days I didn't take my sleeping pill to go to bed and I was like really cranky and tired the whole time. So I took my sleeping pill one night because it was really bumpy. And the next day I was just like ready to go. And I'm like, oh, I have to take the sleepy pill. Otherwise, I'm just bouncing around back here, like hitting rumble strips, thinking we're gonna go off a cliff and just knock me out. That's the only way it's gonna happen.
So bringing in, you have a new drummer with the band.
Yeah.
Obviously knew your old drummer, and Delaney is the new one, Delaney Jasper. She's been in the band since last year. How has that dynamic been, bringing in another female when basically you've had basically all males in your band the last several years? Whoever just
Yeah, we
popped in over
we
your head.
we we didn't really like so when we were looking at drummers, we were just like looking at drummers, and then Brandy mentioned, "Hey, would you want to maybe have a chick drummer?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's check out some girls." And we found her on Instagram, and she was just,
Wow.
we were blown away. We were just like, this kid crushes it. She's insane. And showed everybody, and every single person we show was like, dude, see if she wants to do a tour, see if she's down. Like, because sometimes TikTok drummers just want to do TikTok. And she was just like, are you kidding me? This is my dream come true. I can't believe it. And like she was just a baby. And I was like, all right, I need to like give this girl a little like stepping stone into her career, because I know this is really what she wants to do. So I was like, all right, let's give her a shot, see what happens. And then I told her, like, she didn't believe that we were real. She was like, wait,
Really?
can we FaceTime? Are you sure that this is real? And I'm like, yeah, yeah. It's like,
Wow.
nobody's going to take me out on tour just on Instagram. Um, that happens. But yeah, so I hit her up, and I was like, by the way, some of the other bands that our management manages also need drummers on occasion. And I have a feeling that we'll end up getting you some more work. And she was just like, oh my God, that would be amazing. And then, like, a week later, Dead Rabbits, which is Craig Mabbitt from Escape the Fates
Yep.
side band, uh, got on the tour that we were on, that we were taking her on. And she ended up doing double duty on her first tour, and just turned absolute professional like after the first tour. Um, so this is our t- third or fourth tour together. I don't know, third or fourth tour together. I think we've been around. She's been with us for a year, and she's also picking up some other gigs that are really cool too, that you guys will hear soon.
See, that's pretty cool that you could do that. And you just brought up the name Craig Mabbitt. You've
Hmm.
done some collaborations with some pretty epic people as of late. Obviously, I mentioned Heidi with Butcher Babies, Conquer Divide. Also, back in the day with Sully from God Godsmack.
Hmm.
How do you like doing the collaboration, and who would you want to collaborate with that you haven't?
I love
Sun's
it.
starting to pop in, so I apologize for that.
Oh no, I absolutely love. So, as a musician, you're collaborating with guitar players, bass players, drummers. Why not singers?
True. And I've
Why
always
not
said
others?
I've
Like,
always said more metal bands need, and this was back in the day before it really started happening. They need to collaborate more so there's more kind of interaction and just crossover.
exactly. I mean, I enjoy it. I think it adds an extra element. We've got a bunch more features still to come, and it's basically, like I've said before, it's like a creature feature album at this point, because of, I think there's 10 songs and 8 of them have features, and there's 9 features total. So it's pretty crazy. Uh, yeah, there's some cool stuff coming out, and I just like, I don't know, bouncing ideas and being able to work with people and see how they work, and um, get your friends on stuff, and collab on some posts.
Exactly. So is there
Mhm.
anybody that you would like to that you haven't collaborated with, or obviously
I
nothing that you have coming out that you're gonna not say, but anybody in the future?
so I have a big list, and I've said them multiple times, but I'm gonna stop saying them, because maybe if I don't jinx it, then I'm just literally like, this album, I just went and bugged all my friends. And I was like, hey, you want to be on a song? And they were like too busy, or their team was too cool, or whatever the deal is. And, you know, the people that are my people came through. People that didn't want to, or their team didn't let them, or it was too expensive, didn't work out, and it is what it is. But I think, hopefully some other people will want to do some stuff later, but I'm not going to even beg. You asked
So
me.
so obviously with the tour coming up, what is next besides the tour for Stitched Apart?
Well, the album comes out June 12th, and obviously all the
Okay, so it
features.
does so Medusa does come out June 12th. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, it's breaking up. Am I breaking up?
Yeah, that's you breaking up. I'm not sure what it
Me
is.
too. Let me turn my Wi-Fi off 1 second.
it's all fucked up.
So I think it's the band that's sound checking. They're probably using a frequency that we were on.
It kind of
Um,
makes sense.
shit. I don't know. What do I do? You want
That's
to wrap
that's
it
a
up?
really that's a good. Well, that was about to anyway, so we were about right there. So I appreciate you joining me. Obviously, make sure you catch Stitched Apart on tour this year. They're going to be all over the place as of May 4th. They're starting in Lubbock, Texas. They're going to be hitting Chicago on May 24th, and then they finish up in Las Vegas on June 6th. So make sure you go to their website, Stitched Apart. I think it's .com. Is that correct? I'm figuring.
Yes.
And
I
then the tickets are look, now you're working.
don't know, man. I don't know. I don't. I'm just a glitch bitch.
So now it works. So you're back, you're fine, everything's working out. Yeah, so anything else you want to say before we go?
No, man. Thank you for having me, and it's good to see you. Good to talk to you.
It's
Hopefully,
always good. Always good to see
yeah.
you. I still play that drop from our very first interview where you called me a teddy bear when we were in the van. That was just
I
like we
mean,
were in a freaking van in an alley doing an
uh,
interview at like 8 o'clock at night at Bada Brew in Joliet, Illinois.
awesome.
That was that was
That
one
was
of
like a storm.
the oh, it was like a storm. So
Like a
that's what that
storm.
was. And
Yeah.
wasn't it also 9 Electric too?
Yep. Oh, wait. I don't remember.
I think it was.
That was a long time ago. You know how many tours
I
I've
know.
done since then? I don't even know how you remember this shit.
I remember interviews that I do.
Oh,
So not
that's
all of them. I almost forgot the one from 2019. That's crazy.
hmm.
So, but Mixi, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Check us out. We are Better Listen Up with Evan J. Thomas show on the Sound Fury magazine, and you're going to see this all over YouTube. So I will see you in May. So thank you, Mixi. You have a
Thank
great
you.
evening. Enjoy your show.
Yeah. See ya.
Rock and rock on.